Welcome back to the channel, guys. Here it is, beginning of March 2026. Just wanted to kind of give you a few updates on the channel, what's going on, things like that. First and foremost, because I've done so many of these deep dives and I get constant questions on, hey, have you done this car, this car? The reason I design them a certain way with the VIN in the title and the description is because Google brings all of their data or all of the YouTube stuff. It shows up in Google search results. So if you Google the VIN on a car that pops up for sale, the very first result should be one of my deep dive videos if I've done one. And so Google will always share its results first. YouTube is owned by Google, so there you have it. That answers that question. If you're not sure, Google the VIN. As far as the market goes right now, the last 3 weeks, it's been pretty slow. The 4 or 5 that have popped up in the last couple of weeks have been ones that I've already done. So they're people that are reselling a previously done car that I've done a deep dive on. And one of them, or more than one of them, appears to be somebody trying to flip them. So in the coming days, you'll see about 9 or 10 new videos, and most of those are updates of existing deep dives that I've already done. So just a little more info on what's happened since the last time I did it. But I've got some unique cars that a couple people have requested that I do, and some other information on some, for example, the Black Panther movie cars. If you're not familiar, the GSF, there was a atomic silver with red interior, orange calipers that was in the 2017-2018 movie, The Black Panther. And it was one of the cars in the chase scene. It was used in South Korea, and they're actual cars. And so there were at least, what I've been able to confirm, 3, but the source of one that just popped up and was posted about, he said that there were 10. I think there may have been 5, but I've been able to confirm 2, and then this one that I'm gonna do a deep dive on will be the 3rd that's confirmed. There's 2 more that maybe, everything kind of jives as far as like when they were scrapped and things like that, but we'll get into that a little later. Anyway, back to the market. So as I said, the market's kind of slow. There haven't been a lot of new ones. However, because of that, there's still insanely high demand for these cars. And so low supply, high demand dictates high prices. And so when I did the review, the year-end review in 2025, it appeared like the market was relatively flat. So like it started creeping up since the summer of 2024 up until about mid-25, and then it just kind of stayed there. And I kind of thought it was going to start going back down a little bit, but that doesn't appear to be what's going on. The high mileage examples, of course, as the miles go up, the price goes down, but the well-kept, nice examples, those are still commanding a premium. What I'm seeing is lack of inventory, and it's driving the prices up. So the examples that are out there on the market may not be the best examples you can choose from. However, if you want one right now, that's your choice, and you're going to have to pay up for it. So that's what it's looking like right now here at the beginning of March 2026. So another project in the works is adding the 4G telematics unit, the 4G modem, to the 2016-2017 models, so you have app-controlled remote start and lock and unlock the doors, things like that. And I'm working with another GSF enthusiast and just F-car enthusiast in general. And so he's successfully been able to do this. And so we're trying to explore an option, a way to have everybody be able to do this without having to look for a used or a salvaged car in order to take the telematics unit from. And so there's a little bit involved there. We're working through the details, but I think that there is a possibility that there should be an option for everybody to do that. Other projects, kind of low on my priority at the moment, even though I'm kind of in the middle of it, is adding the heated steering wheel to the US market cars everywhere except the 2019 anniversary cars, which those had it from the factory. And so it's a combination of getting the right airbag clock spring and everything else. So working on that. That hasn't been, I started it last winter, 2025, and I haven't had time. And we're getting into the spring season now. I have several acres out here in East Texas and have a farm, have a tractor, spend all of my weekends pretty much on a tractor. And so it's becoming where my weekends, I'm not gonna be able to do a whole lot as far as YouTube updates and things like that. Pretty much the winter time is when I have time to do that. And so that I don't foresee any of that happening right away, but I should be able to work through that hopefully sometime this year. Other projects, I'm still continuing on working on the ISF spreadsheet. The numbers are finalized, but now I'm going through and pulling out all of the Canadian cars, Puerto Rican cars, Guam, Marshall Islands, all of the other than US 49 market cars to get final numbers for those. And then of course with the RCF, I'll do the same thing. The RCF numbers are finalized from 2015 to 2020, but again, I just have to go and pull out all the Canadian cars, everything like that. And that just basically involves running a Carfax on every single car like I did with the GSF. So it does take some time, takes a lot of expense. And so I can only really realistically do like 20 a day. And so that's really pushing it because it takes a lot of time to do that. But it is in the works. You know, I didn't forget about it. It's still something that I'm working on. Mileage updates on the cars. This one has about 55,000 miles. The blue one is about to turn 160,000, and both of them have been extremely reliable. No issues, anything like that. Gonna be doing brakes and tires pretty soon on the blue one. Gonna be doing rear tires on this one pretty soon. Maybe go do some burnouts or something. It's getting pretty close. These are more for dry rotting than mileage, but you know, the date codes on these are 2020 or 2021, so tires are getting up there in age anyway. So the 8th annual F the Dragon, if you're not familiar with that, that is a big F car meetup and IS 500, LC 500s. There's so far here, there's like 70 something that are registered to go do this. And it's, you spend a week going around the Smoky Mountains and the Blue Ridge Parkway, the Tail of the Dragon, all of that with other enthusiasts. And so it's a pretty fun event, and this will be my first time going. It's always really hard for me to go because of the time of year, and it's the first week of school here in East Texas, and so I'm still gonna go, but I was planning on bringing both cars. Now we're just gonna bring one, and so somebody still has to stay here. And the last thing I have on my list here is please don't do politics in the comments. I delete those comments. I don't know why certain people feel the need to bring up political stuff. I don't care where you stand. This channel has nothing to do with politics. And so I just leave the politics off this channel. There's other channels for that. I don't care where you stand. Again, that's not the point of this. This is an educational channel. It's for enthusiasts to learn about production statistics on all of the F cars, not just the GSF. Of course, the GSF has always been my emphasis. But yeah, it's just leave that elsewhere. There's other places for that. So that's really all I have. Just kind of wanted to give you guys a quick update on where things are at. So make sure you're subscribed, thumbs up, and of course, hit the bell icon so you get notifications whenever a new video goes live. So anyway, that's what I've got for you. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you soon.